I want to talk about wedding because the video and the photos were stunning. Tell me about the day. It was just magical, I bet.
Yeah. You want to start?
Sure. To be honest, I felt like I was in a dream. You know, we were over there in San Luis Obispo, up north, and it was a beautiful place. And my family had started to trickle in, and our friends were arriving, and it really just felt like a dream. And I really loved to see my friends and family just really cooperating and mingling, and everybody was happy and had a great time. So that made me happy too. I just wanted everyone to enjoy themselves and just make some great memories at our wedding, you know?
Yeah.
And to be honest, I can't even explain it. There's not words to explain it. I think you just had to be there yourself to experience that moment, if you know what I mean. I mean, seriously, it was like a dream, and I still can't stop thinking about it. You know, I'm enjoying looking at the videos and the photos, and I wish that it didn't stop. Like, I'd want to relive that experience over and over again. Really, truly, yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I felt like there was this magical, spiritual energy that I've never felt before in my life. I think that, you know, you can have these very beautiful moments, but it was special. I don't know what it was. There's not one specific word I can use to explain it, but it just felt aligned and right. And we were emotional. I mean, we were like,
it was so emotional.
Yeah. And I think it was special because, you know, we're two very different people. But also our souls, I feel like, are very much, I mean, we're soulmates. We fully believe that. But our people also, they reflect us. And so it was this beautiful, like, blending of our family, community, friends, who we are. I'm a dancer. He's an actor, performer. It was everything. It was this beautiful blend of our two worlds coming to one. Yeah. And yes, we had the same wedding planners. And I don't know about you, but we took a couple meetings and we had them all scheduled. And then we had one really good meeting. And then I think we met with Josiah second. And after that, we canceled our other meetings. We were like, gosh, this is it. We were finished. We feel like he encapsulated our vibe and understanding how our two worlds are very different too, and how to make a wedding inclusive as well. So I don't know. He was amazing. We love Josiah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I agree. You know, they made everything so much easier from our wedding, and I'm so grateful for them, and everything went really smoothly. Some of our family members, you know, historically were at odds with each other, but at our wedding, everybody was getting along, everybody was happy and chatting, celebrating and dancing together. And, you know, the two of us, you know, not that we were surprised, but we were just happy to actually see it happening.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when will there ever be a time that all these people will be together in the same room or the same space? That may not happen again. So it was pretty unique. And I think that both of us were really happy to see that.
What was each of your, I mean, it's probably hard to pick a favorite part, but if you had to recommend something to a couple getting married, what would that be?
I think we will agree. I don't know. My favorite part was our vows. It was like something special. And honestly, I don't know if yes, we can share this. We both wrote them the morning of. Like our, is that okay? Okay. Yeah. Our parents the whole time were like,
oh my gosh,
are you going to write your vows? And we were both on the same page. And honestly, I'm happy that it happened that way because it didn't give me time to overthink. He knows me. I am a big overthinker. And I already felt like it wasn't going to be enough.
Yeah.
But it was. And I think also it put me in the energy of our wedding too.
Yeah.
I mean, I am a very spiritual person. I was listening to sound frequencies. They were like all love hurts and the whole day. And everyone that came in to the room where I was getting my hair and makeup done, they were like, you are so peaceful. Usually, brides are like, freaking out. And I was so zen the whole day. So I'm happy about that. And during our vows, it was so special. He's an actor. So I've seen how special his sign is. I don't know if hearing people always appreciate and really understand his talent, but his vows, I was taken aback because the way you communicated through your heart was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And also there was a hawk. There was a hawk flying over our wedding the whole time. And then when we finished it was almost like circling as a protection for our space. And then we finished and it flew off. It was beautiful.
Oh, wow.
So that was my favorite.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think the vows were my favorite part too. And the first time when she came up in her wedding dress, that was my second favorite moment. I think I didn't want to see what she looked like in her wedding dress until the actual moment. And so, I was getting dressed myself and getting my tux on and with my groomsmen and everything like that. And, we were just kind of chatting with each other and chatting with my friends. And then someone said, okay, Daniel, we're ready. They're all going to come in soon. And I said, okay. And then it was happening. And I became emotional instantly. And I started tearing up. My eyes were welling up. My sister was opposite from me, standing up. And she was cueing me and letting me know, okay, Britt's coming. And my eyes just welled up with tears. And when I looked over, that was it. She looked beautiful. And it was like I had this weakness in that moment, this vulnerability, just seeing her beauty. And it just happened. And I said, hey, this is the person I'm going to be with for the rest of my life. And Britt's right. The vows, we did write them last minute. It was sort of the morning of, and said, hey, let's just be natural. I'm an actor, and actors tend to follow a script and memorize lines in the script. But I wanted it really to be straight from my heart. And so I did a little bit of research, about what you should include in your vows for some general ideas, and especially for the sign language interpreter. The sign language interpreter kept bugging me and said, hey, are your vows ready yet? And 2 days before the wedding, they still weren't ready. And then the morning of, I finally had a chance to sit down with the interpreter, and I said, hey, this is what I'm thinking of. And my groomsmen were watching, and they said, oh, yeah, that's the right thing. And they gave me a little bit of feedback. And right in the moment, I just put it all out there. And her signed vows were beautiful too. And yeah, it was just such an emotional day and such a beautiful day.